I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. It's a site where I have curated information to help you find work more quickly. And this is a video that's designed to talk about reinventing your career. And it's geared toward older workers. Now, I'll start by saying, for you as individuals, a lot of you have opinions about the way job search is supposed to work. And frankly, things are different now than they were years ago. I'm not going to go into all the particulars. Instinctively, you know it's that way. Plus, you're dealing with ageism. So let's just accept the fact that things are different here and that you don't want to come across as appearing set in your ways, resistant, sluggish, oppositional, doing all the sorts of things that cause less experienced people to feel like you're going to be a problem employee. You always want to appear upbeat, enthusiastic, without going to the opposite extreme of being so enthusiastic, you know what I mean? Who cares? It's just obnoxious. So, what I always encourage people is to make sure they have a look that's appropriate for their age. And to work on your weight if that's an issue. Keep yourself fit, in shape. Do things that are helpful to you for your energy level. And I'll use myself as an example where I'm someone who's taken off 30 pounds recently. And I feel very different. I feel much more energy and alive. And the same may be true for you. It's hard work, but it's something that you need to do, and your clothes will fit better. So that's one thing right off the bat. Update your look, take off some weight. Second thing is start looking at inventorying your skills. Like, what are your strengths professionally? What have you done? What are you capable of doing? But let's start looking at what you have actually done as the basis of the inventory. Create a couple of columns. Jot down the things that you're experienced with into columns. Lay it out as your strengths. Go job by job and indicate what you did, how long you went about doing it. Just so you're familiar with it and how recently it was as well. Then as you start to look for opportunities, start to match your skills with the outcomes that you achieved for your previous employers. So for example, if what you did helped your firm make, I don't know, $20,000 or $200,000 or $2 million, just have that jotted down there. And as you start to write a resume, you start to write the resume with an eye toward outcomes and focus on your skills and outcomes that you achieve for previous employers, so that this way a new firm has a sense of what you might be able to do for them. And that's where you would go to next. You start to look for jobs that need your skills. Now, people will ask me chronological or functional resumes. I'll simply say that for those of you who have a consistent work history, stick with the chronological. If you're making a career change, or if you have a large gap like right now and you're returning to the workforce, go to functional. So that's the format, and I can explain my reasons in more detail, and I actually have in a previous video. So next thing is you're going to get interviews, and you're going to need to practice, not when you get the invitation for the interview, because that's going to come in the form of a phone interview initially, and you're going to need to be prepared to answer the phone and deliver the goods. So you need to be prepared for phone interviews and regular interviews while you're working on the resume. So it's practice, practice, practice consistently in order to do it. You also want to be out there networking, talking to people who you know about who they know who might be able to help you find work. Got that? You want to be talking to people about who they know, who you don't know, who might be able to help you find work. And in doing so, the idea is, well, let's just look at the statistics. 70% of positions are filled as a result of networking. Almost half of those, 70% of the 70%, 49% are filled as a result of introductions to people that you didn't know at the beginning of your job search. You've got to be out there talking to folks. So network. If you're out of work, you have to immediately start managing your money. You can't be spending more than you have. You won't have any financial staying power. You need to get out and about and talking to people. Lastly, I want to suggest if you can find a support group to help you with your search, a networking group to help you with your search, a coach to help you with your search, get support. You don't know what you don't know, and the result winds up being that you're going to make tragic mistakes that are going to cost you opportunities unless you have input from people. Experienced people, people who know what they're doing around job search. I always discourage people to avoid asking friends or family or former managers for advice, because often these are well-meaning but as ignorant as you are. But they speak with certainty because they got a job once or twice or 5 times, or they hired some people in the past. But from my experience, hiring managers are often the worst job hunters because they think everyone does it the way they do, and then they learn the hard way that it's completely different. So those are a couple of pieces of advice for reinventing your career. I hope you find it helpful. I hope you join me at jobsearchcoachinghq.com, where I have great information to help you find work more quickly. Have a great day. Take care.